dam. Unfortunately, I don't believe we had enough time to put this whole group together and to address this issue last year. It went in front of the voters, in fact, voted to decommission. I, myself, with a lot of residents, had requested the Board of Selectmen this year to revisit the issue, asking to have a public hearing on it, of which they granted us a public hearing. At the public hearing, they allowed us to set up a group to restudy this issue. We spent several months and continue at this time for several months. We have met with boards from the state, from the Army Corps of Engineers, from the Department of Environmental Service dam bureaus. We've met with senators, we've met with state representatives, town members, from planning boards, conservation, and from the DPW. Subsequently, we believe that repairing the dam is a much better deal for the town. I know it's more expensive, we're aware it's more expensive, and I wish we could do something about that. But what the repair does for the town is, one, it gives it a major flood control issue that would be able to be addressed by putting flood controls back into the Grist Mill Dam area. Two, it helps secure a 329-year-old historic site in the town of Hampton. It is one of the oldest sites of the town. The dam is all part of the Grist Mill complex. If you remove the dam, as per the Stevens report, and all this is done, all the money's to come up through the Stevens report. We didn't come up with the figures on our own. If you remove this, what we will end up doing is you will increase the water flow in a 100-year storm by almost 50%. And I don't believe the dam itself, the building itself will be able to do that. The other thing it will do is it will take away all the little trickling fall that you see down through the spillway and all that, and it will put a cement-wide culvert running all the way out to the middle of where the pond is now. It will ruin a recreation area, it will ruin a conservation area, it will ruin a natural habitat for animals that are around for over 300 years. What we're asking the town to do is support this. I'm well aware that it's more expensive. We've asked to recapture the $400,000 that was appropriated last year for the decommissioning and adding $250,000 to go through with the repair. Again, everything we've taken from this is come from the Stevens report, as well as meeting with all sorts of other people, including, and again, other people such as the New Hampshire Department of Historic Resources, who is completely behind us on having the dam repaired versus decommissioned. There is questions about whether or not it would meet Section 106, which is a requirement of federal law to have it looked at through the Army Corps of Engineers. We're not sure of that right now. And again, none of that will be sure until permitting process happens with the Army Corps of Engineers. But it is, and I believe, the best deal for the town for financially as well, because quite honestly, you can reduce the work being done to the culverts going into High Street. You can possibly in the future save both the Grist Mill itself from being washed away with that increased flooding, and also High Street, because High Street will also receive that increased flooding if we decommission it. The figures for decommissioning and the flooding, it would be 232 cubic feet per second, which will come through the raceway underneath the mill building, as opposed to 156 as it stands now, which will be reduced to 137 if we repaired it. This building, nor High Street, are designed to take 232 cubic feet per second, even with the increase in culvert size. The report from Stevens reports that shows that it will actually increase the water still going over High Street on decommissioning. So I think it's a better deal. I think it's a smarter deal for the town. I think would have been nice if we had the time to look at this last year before the vote came up. It will address the state's requirement, and will take away the threat of fines from the state. It does all that, and yes, it costs a little more, but it saves, I believe, saves the town in the long run. I hope you support this. Thank you.